Good afternoon and a warm welcome from what is a very chilly Hillheads this afternoon as the Whitley Bay Beacons are going to take on the Solihull Vixens. I say Vikings there, that's actually the rec team based in Solihull, but this Vixen side is one stacked with talent, full of GB internationals. Saffron Allen, Jodie Lee Bloom and Katie Henry are definitely three players to watch offensively. And in Shamini Jackson, she is the GB under-18 captain. So for those of you who tuned in and watched the coverage from the tournament in Reykjavik, Iceland a couple of weeks back, you will probably recognise her name. A couple of Beacons players played on that team as well, which we'll come back to in a second. But it's the Steph Towns line which is going to start with her usual partner in crime, Abby Culshaw, and on the right we've actually got Ruby Newlands, who's been promoted to his top line. I was talking to Steph last night and she was saying she wants to see what Ruby's going to be like on this line, and well, it's an exciting one, no doubt about that. Sorry, one or two technical problems we're just sorting out before we get on air. I think we're good to go now, but yeah, just going back to what we were saying there, Ruby Newlands, who was one of the stars of that GB under-18 side, scored the game-winning goal in Game 2 against Poland, and only 14 years of age, but she's a promising young talent, and it's no wonder Steph wants to see what she's going to be like on this top line. We're getting ready to get underway here then. And the puck gets stuck on the red line, but it's Culshaw who picks it up straight away, carries it into the zone, gets a shot away, and the puck's turned aside. Hutchinson looking to carry it out, but the Beacons just about keeping it in there. Now the Vixens looking to counter, and it's this daunting top line trying to break free, but it's going to be an offside call, so we'll get it back just outside of the Whitley zone. Steph Towns line will stay out there. And it's the Beacons who just about come out with it in front of their own bench. Culshaw up along the boards, tried to get it free. Dance just pokes it clear, carried in. Bloom couldn't really control it, and it allows the Beacons to recover with Casey Trail. Tip forward, picked off by Hutchinson, just around by the red line. And then Dance stepping up to a play to tip it in. Be gathered by the Beacons as the Vixens go for a line change here. Number 9 Garbutt almost on the end of that, and again Trail getting caught in possession. Garbutt had all the time in the world. International, we didn't mention her before, but showed a lot of time and composure there, didn't hurry the shot, and allowed Jess really to commit herself first before slotting home. It was a sniper's instinct there, I think, which opened the scoring. And we're back underway into the corner. Up along the right-hand boards. Carried through now by the Vixens, going into the offensive zone. Some good back-checking there by Abby McCourt, another one of the GB under-18. She was named alternate captain for the opening game against Spain. Shot coming in, good save by Jess Kinghorn. Vixens still have it though, and I think the net's come off, which is why we've got a stoppage on the play. We've got a bit of a problem here because we did request to get the power on, but it's so far not come on, so we're a bit concerned that we might lose you for a second, but back underway then, and it's Steph Towns who gets the draw. Shot from the high slot. And the Beacons will clear. Collected though by the Vixens at the centre red line. Again, Abby McCourt out there trying to force the issue. Oh, and there's it was one of the Beacons had a heavy landing, but she's got back up and we'll get a stoppage along the boards. Shot coming in, turned aside though. Shot from distance though by the Beacons. First real effort so far. Sumner up along the boards, trying to get a pass away. That's picked off though nicely. Still with the Beacons, trying to work some space here beyond the net. We'll find Newlands, whose shot is charged down, and we'll get a whistle on the play there. Again, if I sound a bit distracted, it is because we're frantically trying to get the power on here, because we are concerned that we don't want to get, we don't want to lose the power, and therefore you will lose pictures here. As I say, it was asked, but our request so far hasn't been met. Back underway then, as Beacons couldn't keep control of the puck in the offensive zone, and now the Vixens looking to break. Good defensive poke check clearance so by Casey Trail, makes it look easy at times, the WNHL draftee. Newlands turns, can't keep possession, it's still with the Vixens, and that's come in from the left wing, fired straight into the breadbasket there, and it'll be covered up at the second attempt by Jess Kinghorn. Draw is won, and Angela Kay couldn't control, but it will come now, or almost got out the zone. Vixens trying to keep it in, which they'll do. It's back with Casey Trail, she can't control it. Good work again though by Grace Garbett, who's had a bright start so far, and it's with Casey Trail now. The battle of the two number 9s at the minute. Trail playing it out from deep behind her own net. Newlands, that one got picked off by Garbett, but she went again. And some nipping away then, it will come free for Steph Towns. She's into the offensive zone, she gets a shot away, but it deflects up off the stick of Alana Clare, who was back defending. Tom. And thankfully, I think we have power restored. So apologies for that. We can relax now. But it was touch and go for second net. Vixens looking to break out here. Flying at the wing, in fact, and evades the challenge there from Vicky Smith. Still with the Vixens looking for a passing option. Shot coming in. That's a good glove save, though, by Jess Kinghorn. So just over 4 minutes gone. It's Beacons 0. Vixens won, a very early goal coming in, just over a minute gone, I think it was, when Grace Garbett got the opening strike. And it's with the Beacons now. Abby McCourt will dump and chase. Hutchinson will go across, gets there just ahead, loses her foot in. I don't think there was an infringement from the Whitley player. Shot coming in from distance by the Beacons. And the large clearance will be dumped in, and that will be icing on the Vixens then. Be pulled all the way back down into the Vixens defensive zone. Whitley will use this opportunity to build from here. Becky Kastner-Wood will take the draw. And the Vixens will clear it out, but I think this could be another icing call. No, it's been waved off. Cut back, that'll be picked off by Abby McCourt, who will find Danielle Turnbull. A nice 1-2 between those. And Turnbull will collect it off the boards. Kastner-Wood's open if she can find her, but good defensive work by the Vixens. Painter, almost kept it in, but it just bobbled up on her. She has to check back. Vixens going for a quick line change here as the play goes in front of their bench. Kastner-Wood again still battling away. As the Vixens looking to get a break on here with Bloom. Gets the shot away, but I think Jess always had that one covered. And the rebound, and she covers that one up as well. Good double stop there by Jess Kinghorn. And that was looking quite dangerous there for the Vixens on the breakaway. But a good, smart stop. 5.5 minutes gone. It's still Beacons 0, Vixens 1. Whitley trying to get it clear here. As it will be dumped in. Savannah Sumner. Collected nicely though by Kimberly Brainan. One of the Scottish contingent here at Whitley. Bloom looking to break, winds one up. Oh, that's a beautiful goal. Wow. I don't think there's any superlatives would ever do that justice, but what a strike by Jodie Bloom. She just let fly with a wicked slap shot from, I think she was only on the blue line, but hit it sweetly, and there's no way Jess was ever going to stop that. And the Vixens double their lead with what was an incredible goal, one of the best I think I've ever seen scored at this ice rink. And that is some statement, I realise. But even though it's a 2-goal margin of lead for the visiting side, you can't say that the Beacons have been overawed so far. They've been asking the majority of the questions, and it's been pleasing, I think, from the balance of play, as Garbutt will unwind another shot. Lovely shooting action there. She got the shot away, and then there was a big push come in there just to protect the goalie. It was Angela Kay, the captain there, defending her goaltender. Puck's won. It's with the Vixens. Claire will fire it back in. Casey Trell getting tangled up with Garbutt. Again, those two sticking to each other like glue at the minute. I think it's, well, know each other from GB action, I'm sure. And I think they're realising that the threat they are to each other's side. Off the boards, it comes back round. It's gathered, though, by the Beacons. It will be cleared and collected at centre ice by Alana Clare. Carried back in front of the Beacons bench. Collected by Casey Trell with a lovely stretch pass to Ruby Newlands, who's got a bit of space to work with now. Took 4 navy blue shirts there to shake the youngster off the puck. Great tenacity there by Ruby Newlands to get the puck into the offensive zone. That one will be picked up on the red line, dumped back in. It's pretty much a 2-line system that the Vixens are using. Beacons do have 3 lines. See if that will help save some legs later on in the game as Abby McCourt goes through. Stick coming in just impeded her slightly. Well, her progress, I should say. Wasn't really an infraction that deserved a penalty, but it certainly disrupted her movement. And that one will be an icing call on the Vixens. As I say, Abby McCourt, along with Ruby Newlands, both played in Iceland a couple of weeks ago. Part of that success there, the team finishing second in the 4-team group. And Jenny Hare, who normally seen patrolling the blue line for the Beacons, was there as an assistant coach. So it was front of the Vixens bench. It will come into the corner now to Turnbull. Across to Castner Wood. Abby McCourt will go in there to help her out. McCourt up along the board. She took 2 players with her though, but Lutz has lost sight of the puck, and we will get a stoppage. It's a slight change to the original official line that we was going to get. Unfortunately, Lisa Calvert was unable to travel. We do wish her all the best and hope she gets well soon. It's been quite a difficult few days here in the region with gale force storms and everything, as Vixens getting a breakaway here. It'll be covered up though by Jess Kinghorn, and we'll get a face-off in the Beacon zone. But yeah, been a tough few days, and what better than to sit back and relax and watch a bit of top-class hockey. Savannah Sumner will take the draw on this third line. Jenny Hare's playing on the left wing at the minute, but she is normally a defender. I expect she will drop back yet once the draw is made. Still with the Vixens, that just wouldn't sit up though. Comes back to Claire on the point, but she lays it back off. Shot coming in, good stop by Savannah Sumner, took that one straight into the shins. And then poke clear, and the Beacons looking to get a break here with Abby Coulshaw, who's looks like she's rotating in on this third line. Vixens looking to break here. Bloom winds another one up, but this one, it pulls it just wide right of the goal. Such a dangerous player when she's given room to burst into full flight like that. It's a great weapon to have in your armoury, though. Slap shot like hers. As we're coming up to the 9-minute mark of this opening period, it's Beacons 0, Vixens 2. And to say though, it's scoreline not really a reflection of the balance of play. The Beacons have had a lot of good possession offensively. Steph Towns wins, but she'll get it back at the second attempt. Wouldn't sit for her. Casey Trail will come across and will regain possession for the home side. Trail gets it forward, slipped forward by Newlands to Towns, carries it in. Coulshaw driving straight through the slot there, and then a shot from Trail whizzes through. Coulshaw keeps it in, did well to do that with pressure coming in from Chamonix Jackson. So Chamonix, the captain of the GB under-18s team, as the Vixens will get it clear now. That's going to come down. Experienced 35-year-old. Towns looking to collect this puck in the corner, which she'll do. Takes it round Hutchinson, trying to get a lay-off there. Coulshaw in and around the crease, just trying to disrupt the concentration of the Vixens goalie. But that one will be gathered by Garbett. She's looking to get away. Some good work there by Newlands, who helped break up the play and force a turnover. Trail slips it forward to her. And Chamonix Jackson, up against her under-18 GB colleague, wins it back for the Vixens. Hutchinson will dump it in. Smith will leave it for Kay. Still with Chamonix Jackson though. Collected by Claire. Off the boards. Will come forward for Jackson once more. Nottingham-born player, but based in Solihull now. Castner Wood couldn't control, and it's still with the Vixens, who'll find Claire in the high slot, but great poke check clearance by Abby McCourt. She's so good at that on both on the forecheck and the back check. I was impressed by her play in that tournament in Iceland, and does a lot of hard work for her team. And that puck slipped nicely. Abby McCourt trying to capitalise on it, but it wouldn't fall for her. She didn't have much in the way of support. Danielle Turnbull trying to get up there, but there was two covering defenders, which would have made it difficult for her to pick that pass off. Beacons will clear. It will come down, and that it's Hyson's been waved off as Hutchinson gathers. Vixens can't keep control of it. They'll dump it in, and it will be picked off by Painter. Whitley trying to play it up along the boards. But, some good work again by Garbett, who put in a strong performance in this opening period for our side. Comes clear. And it will be, unable to be collected at the first attempt by the Beacons. Turnbull will. Nice give and go between her and Brainton, I think it was. Carried back in by Garbett. She's alone for a time being, though. And Beacons trying desperately just to get some control, some possession of the puck and get it clear. Sumner helping out. She was Furthest one forward at that point. Turnbull now rotating in on this line. It looks like it is just the 8 forwards for the home side this afternoon, which means that players are taking turns to play on that line with Savannah Sumner and Kimberly Braindon. As Mr. Lutz is just asking for a bit of clarification there, I think, or trying to explain the call. Comes free. Garbett controlled it, even though she was losing her balance. Comes through for Hutchinson, who carried up along the boards. Turnbull going with her. Still with Hutchinson, and the GB defenseman, or defender I should say, sorry, gets it back. And we've got a whistle on the players. The puck, the net is off its moorings. We've got a face off to the right of the Whitley goal. It's going to be the Steph Towns line back out there with 7 minutes remaining in this opening period. Vixens have spent quite a bit of time in the Whitley zone these last minute or two, so Whitley trying to soak up that pressure. It's won by Towns, who will find Painter out on the right hand side. She's unable to get her clearance away. It's still with the Vixens, and now Painter will get it back, sends it around the boards. Coulshaw will pick that one off nicely, trying to break free there. Steph calling for it, but I think Abby just got tied up a little bit there. Collected by Bloom, who will carry it forward now. Will she unleash another shot? She will, but I think Jess just got a piece of it. In fact, I know she did, and it did enough just to steer the puck away from goal. Painter gets it clear up the line. Newlands will get it at the second attempt, fires it off the boards and gets it clear. Allows Whitley to push out a little bit more, take the pressure off themselves. Allen, nice give and go between her and Wright. I don't think it quite came off as she would have liked, but almost got away as Newlands sends it off onto the right hand side, and Steph Towns. Allen again. And now Bloom will pick up the pace, fires, really hammered that, and this time it was Ruby Newlands who took the full force of that shot, but didn't seem to faze the youngster. Abby McCourt will come in for the row, so that she was feeling it a little bit. That was a very fiercely driven shot, as you'd expect from the GB International Bloom. We'll get a face-off then to the left of Michelle Franklin's goal. Becky Castlewood, her line is out there. She will take the draw and wins it for Whitley. Follow-up shot coming from Angela Kay, I think it was. Trail with a follow-up shot from distance. Newland sends it towards goal. Sorry, Turnbull even sends it towards goal. Vixens now look push back. That'll be picked off by Turnbull. Gets the cut back, but Solihull looking to push out, and there's a break on with the number 5, Paige Dance. Will be icing again though, so it will be pulled back to the Solihull defensive end. 5:17 left. It's still Whitley 0, Solihull 2. Steph Towns even. No, it's the third line. I'll get there in the end. It was Castner Wood who won the draw. But they're forced back as the Vixens were looking to break out. Trail sends it rink wide, but Abby McCourt will have to chase after this one. It's going to be icing now on Whitley with 4:54 to go in this opening period. And now Solihull to make the change. Whitley, of course, can't. But it's the second line, which has been equally as effective as the top line for Solihull. Centred by Katie Henry. And it'll be Angela Kay who will turn and look to get it over to her defensive partner, Casey Trail. Casey racing up the left wing. Good work by Garber, who's stolen it off her, come in from behind. Great shot with the backhand of a stick, I think it was, but Jess got the pads down low, turned it aside. But And then the follow-up shot coming in, and Jess will gather that one into the breadbasket, and we'll get a whistle on the play. But some great play again by Garbett. Forced Casey Trell to, well, in fact, I don't even think she knew she took it off her. That was that good of a interception. Face-off won by Whitley, but the Vixens were quick to break through that line of scrimmage to capitalise on it. They have possession high up the ice. Picked off by Steph Towns, though. She will look to break out here, but again, some good forechecking by the Vixens, forcing the puck back. Coulshaw tied up along the boards where the Zamboni entrance is. Chamonix Jackson now shoots, but a good glove save by Jess, who will just hang on to that one, taking no risks. But first chance that Chamonix Jackson's really had to let fly with a shot, and from a similar distance and maybe a little bit wider out than Jodie Bloom's goal that we saw before. Dance will take the draw. It's flicked back to Hutchinson, who will send it around the boards. Jodie Bloom, who we just mentioned before, gathers it into the corner. Good work by Ruby Newlands, though, trying to force an opponent off the puck. And then the follow-up shot there coming in from Allen comes out, and the Vixens will have to retreat. Hutchinson will gather in her own zone with 3.5 minutes left in this opening period. Stockdale caught in possession a little bit there. Dance couldn't control. Coulshaw quick to carry it out the zone, and Steph Towns will capitalise on it high up on the left wing, trying to go around her opponent. She's up alone for a time being as Coulshaw was screened a little bit by a couple of Solihull players. Whitley can't keep it in, and we've got a break here with Jodie Bloom. She's in on goal, gets a shot away, but comes off a post. She had Jess beaten there, but tried to, rather than blast it, just tried a clever little slip underneath. That change of pace, but it just come off the base of the post and back into play. But again, it's great to see these players in action. Shot coming in from, I think it was Turnbull. And again, Turnbull trying to feed Castner Wood, but two Solihull players around her. Seems to be tail of the tape so far that Solihull have always created these mismatches where they've got two players on a Whitley player at any given time. Picked off by Castner Wood. Got a bit of space to work with, but good recovering challenge there by the Vixens D. Hutchinson up on the right-hand boards, only as far as Turnbull. And then Abby McCourt trying to blast it clear. It will come to Turnbull, try to creep in at the back door. McCourt collects on the left wing, sends it around the boards. Hutchinson will pick that one off. To Garbett, who slips it forward. McCourt still doing good work, just trying to prevent Hutchinson from one of those surging runs forward from the back. McCourt clears the zone. And the Vixens will have to check back here. Just over a minute and a half remaining in this opening period. Braynon sends it around the boards. Tried to pick out Sumner, but Solihull will check back. Garbett, nice spinorama there. Towns will collect at centre red and will dump it back in with just over a minute to go. Henry will chase after it, but in the end leaves it for Kay. Whitley captain. Oh, nice slip forward there. Pass to Towns. Allen trying to disrupt the play. Towns, though, gets a pass off to Newlands, who got a shot away, even though it was deflected away by the Vixens defender. It was a lovely pass, though, by Steph Towns with 40 seconds left in this opening period. Allen gathers, lays it off nicely to Bloom, I think it was, and then Allen with a follow-up shot. Bloom trying to get it back. And then Steph Towns will look to carry it out again. She will slip it forward for Braynon to go after, who's now been inserted onto his top line alongside Towns and Coulshaw. Zamboni is already firing up. Shot comes through the crease, off the boards. Coulshaw will carry it out And that will do it then for the opening period. It's well, it's a 2-goal margin of lead for the visiting side, but Whitley have had their moments and have looked good. We will take a short break. Welcome back to Hillheads then, as the Whitley Bay Beacons currently find themselves 2 goals down to the Solihull Vixens. It's been a good opening contest so far. Smart finish by Grace Garbett, who for me has probably been the player of the game so far. And then an absolute rocket of a shot from Jodie Bloom, which would have beaten any goalie in the world. She connected with it so sweetly and precisely and powerfully. But it's not been a bad performance by the Beacons by any means. They've had a lot of possession in the Vixens' defensive end. And if they keep playing like this, they will get the rewards. They just need to obviously get a few more shots on target, but the Solihull side have been very good defensively so far. And it will be Bloom who sends the shot, sort of a pass even, across to the corner. Picked off by Whitley, and now look to break. Hutchinson will fire it back in into the corner. Instructions coming on from the bench to hang on to it as they take it into a corner, but now Casey Trail will look to break, and she has got those afterburners going, but good recovering challenge by Sarah Hutchinson. Fellow GB defender, of course. Solihull looking to break out with Towns coming across. And a lovely shot there. Swept wide of the post, but a good effort. I think it was Henry who got the shot away, and this time it's Bloom who will fire in the rebound. She pounced on the puck there, just lovely sweep and action of sort of sent it the opposite direction to where she was travelling and cut it across the crease to wrong foot Jess Kinghorn and spot her side a 3-goal lead. So much like they did in the first period, Solihull score a goal early on. And they'll look to capitalise again with Garbett coming in now. Trying to get around the Whitley D, got a shot away, but just flicked away past that far post. Jackson will pick out Henry towards goal. Sorry, Dance even. Paige Dance on this second line. And then Jackson looking to sweep on the rebound, but the whistle had gone. And a minute and a half gone in the second period already, and Solihull have started it like they mean business. Painter and Hare going out as the defensive partnership for Whitley here. Becky Castner-Wood will take the draw up against Paige Dance of Solihull. And it will come through for Garbett. Along the boards. Cleared out though by Whitley. Abby McCourt just having to check back, and it allows Wright to regain possession. Shamini Jackson racing up the right wing, but Jenny Hare will pick that one off. Coach against player, of course, from the GB under-18s. Comes back for Solihull. They'll look to break out with Garbett, who's now switched to his left wing, creating some space for herself into a high slot. Can she get the shot away? She's delaying it and then slips a pass back to Sarah Hutchinson. It's deflected through. Painter trying to get back for Whitley just to get it clear. I think she got a stick tangled up with somebody there. And then we get a whistle on the play, but Solihull trying to work something again, and right now it's the visiting side which has made a much brighter start to this middle period. Whitley trying to break out here, but it's flicked back in. Shot from trying to work out who it was who got the shot away for Solihull. Collected though by Newlands. Front of the Zamboni entrance. Thacker gets it clear. And Whitley have lost a player there. I think it was Casey Trail who lost a foot in. Kay will fire it back in. Good work by Steph Towns, just shielding the puck with her body there. Just had the puck at full arm's length. Back come Solihull though. With, I think it was Henry who got the shot away. Casey Trail will regather. Newlands couldn't get there quick enough. Coulshaw will. There's going to be a high sticks call, I think. And that will bring the face-off outside the zone. So, or will it? No, it's staying in. So it must have been a Whitley player. No, apologies. It must have been a Solihull player because it's in the Solihull zone. Castner-Wood will, I think she was looking to take the draw, but no, it has been brought out the zone. So I was right in the first place. It must have been a Whitley player. McCourt wins it back. Still with Whitley towards Castner-Wood, who will look to get her own rebound. Good defensive work by the Vixens, and Maddie Wright, the number 22. Caster Wood couldn't connect. Again, Turnbull trying to get in there. Tangles the sticks there with Maddie Wright. Now we've got an interference call on, I think it is, on Solihull. Trying to see which player it was. But Daniel Rees spotted something and I clearly didn't. And it was on Paige Dance. I mean, I thought if anything, it might have been when there was a coming together between Maddie Wright and Danielle Turnbull, but I certainly didn't spot Paige Dance with an offence. But anyway, it means the Beacons have a player advantage here on the power play. Shot coming in from Coulshaw out on the left wing. Shamini Jackson looking to get it away. Fans on her first attempted clearance, but has the time and composure to get it away a second time. Steph Towns will have to chase back with Katie Henry really fast skating and closing her down. I think Steph had as much time as she perhaps realised at first. Trail will turn and go again. Slips it nicely forward to to Danielle Turnbull out on the left wing. Good work again by, I think it was Hutchinson, back there for Solihull. Banged off the boards. Turnbull will find Coulshaw. Coulshaw back to Casey Trail. Off the boards to Coulshaw again. And then she'll find Steph Towns in the corner. Back to Casey Trail. Thought about shooting there for a second, and Coulshaw will. Too much traffic though, too many Solihull legs there to intercept the shot, and in the end it was enough to push it clear. Coulshaw will carry it in with the pass from Casey Trail. She will get it back to Trail now, off the boards. Again to Coulshaw, will look to cut inside, but good defensive work again by Solihull. Shots wound up, comes back through the crease. Towns on the right wing, trying to take it round, potential wraparound, but again, great defensive display. I think it was Burton, the number 28, who got in the way, and then a shot comes over the top from Coulshaw. Good effort from her. And then Bloom looking to get a break on with just a few seconds left of this power play for Whitley. Casey Trail desperately trying to get it forward into a high up offensive position. And Solihull back to full strength. Whitley though did all right on the power play, I thought. Had a couple of chances, couple of half chances at least, but this Solihull side is so strong defensively. They look almost impenetrable at times. Bloom out wide and gets it back. The return pass between her and Saffron Allen. Right, fanned on the initial pass. It will come across though to Alana Clare, the number 48. Saffron Allen now looking to work some space for herself. She'll dump it into the corner and find Paige Dance, who's fresh out the box, centre in this top line. Jodie Bloom looking to get a second attempt. Now Whitley will look to carry this one out. It's a stretch pass, but Abby McCourt couldn't quite get on the end of it. Savannah Sumner will, and she will dump one in. It comes off, I think, one of the Solihull defenders. McCourt gets it back, try to creep in on the far post. Sumner's upended, and she'll get a second attempt at it though, and the shot is deflected up by Wright off her stick, back into play. Bloom collects on the right wing for Solihull, trying to slip it forward to Saffron Allen, but Jenny Hare will be the player that comes across and gathers in. Picked off by Bloom and gets a snapshot away, and she tried to stab that one in, and I think it has just crept in. It has. But I thought it was stopped initially, but I think it was Jodie Bloom who got that finish there. She certainly had the initial shot, and in the end that extra traffic and pressure applied was too much for Whitley to prevent the fourth goal going in. So it's now a 4-goal lead for the visiting side. It was always going to be a difficult season, I think, for Whitley. It's their first season in the Elite League. A learning experience as Henry looks to cut in, picked off by Newlands, but it is a very talented side. It's this Whitley side. It's almost like a northern all-star team, if you like. A lot of players from the northeast, from Scotland, and the northwest, as Abby Coulshaw's from the Blackburn-Darwen area. Shot coming in. Savannah Sumner from Widnes, I believe, so it's covers quite a few players from the north. Braynon gets it free for Towns, who's now rotating on this third line. Braynon gets it out. Cross to right, it's neutral zone eyes. Collected though by the Vixens. It will be carried in. Lost it momentarily but got it back. Now Towns looking to get it away, but Katie Henry straight in there to try and disrupt the play. Lovely cross-ice pass. Will pick out Ruby Newlands, gets a shot away, but it comes back off Alana Clare. Up along the boards by the public skating entrance. And it comes free for Solihull, who will look to get it away. Shamini Jackson looking to make a move forward, just had to check her run into the zone because she would have been offside. She was wanting the pass played a little bit earlier for her to exploit the gap in the defence. Trail carries it forward. Lovely move this on, just dropped to the shoulder, got the shot away, but could only just fire over. It's a great thing to see when Casey Trail's in full flight. Gives a good bit of offence from our own blue line. Almost plays as a 4 forward at times, who's that good. Angela Kay, the experienced defender and captain for Whitley, plays it forward to Abby McCourt, trying to go round number 21, Sarah Hutchinson. And then checking back is Becky Kastner-Wood. She sends it across off the boards. Kastner-Wood will feed McCourt. Those two combining well. They do play well together, apparently, from what I was heard. Is Saffron Allen underhits the shot slightly and pulls it to the left of the goal. Really opening up a little bit here. Whitley looking to capitalise, get some players up in the high end of the ice. Coulshaw doing some great work there, just trying to force the puck handler to cough it up. Saffron Allen looking to play it forward. Collects a pass from Bloom, who was on her knees at the time. Lost her footing. Good defending there by Painter as we've passed the midway point in the game. Coulshaw will check back. Whitley just trying to not rush it here. Just stay a little bit more composed, try and build something. Tried to pick out Steph Towns, but that one will be gathered by Solihull, and now we'll go again. Slip forward, Garbett gets a piece of it, just tips it into the zone and will give Chip that one off, gets a cut back. Tried to find, I think it was Katie Henry she was trying to pick out, but the shot was wide anyway, and we'll get a whistle on the play. It will come out the zone. Allows Whitley to make a quick line change here. Vicky Smith checking into the game. Will break the clock down. Smith will gather. Takes it behind the net, out wide. And Shamini Jackson having to hurdle that puck. She didn't want it to touch her because she would have been in an offside position. It was a clever piece of, well, presence of mind to realise that what was happening in at that moment. Just players at the top end of the game, their brains work that much quicker than everybody else. She knew that if it touched her, it would mean her side would be called for offside, and Garbett looking to break through, wouldn't sit through, and then it wouldn't, and she fired and let fly a wicked shot again. It sailed just over the far post. Solihull really shooting from distance here, and it's worked for them. They've got a couple of goals in and around the crease, but they're not afraid to shoot from distance, and it's working for them. That one will come out the zone. As it's going to be a call on, I think it's Shamini Jackson who has got the penalty, so not entirely sure what it was for. Elbows, I think, was potentially what it could be. Comes out to Casey Trail. Whitley have a second power play opportunity. A shot there from Coulshaw. Cannon's back, I think, off the combination of the blocker and the post. Castner Wood in the corner, trying to get it free. She'll get it to Steph Towns now, who will send it around the boards to Danielle Turnbull, who in turn will find Becky... No, to Abby Coulshaw even. To Casey Trail, winds one up from distance. That was the first real meaningful shot on target. It was saved by the pads though. Jodie Bloom trying to get away here. Casey Trail tried to do the right thing there and stop her, but I think it might have come in off her own stick in the end, but that was unfortunate. Bit better play. Jodie Bloom causing the Whitley all sorts of problems on the break there. Once she got in behind Casey Trail and had control of her puck, you knew it was going to be difficult. Casey did well to stay with her and to try and get something on, but in the end the puck just seemed to trickle agonisingly slowly across the line with both Casey and Jess stranded really. They couldn't prevent it going in, and they've given up a short-handed goal here. Out wide to Castner Wood, who gets the shot away through the crease and out to Danielle Turnbull, who cuts in from a right wing, takes it behind the net, looking for a potential wraparound maybe. That's picked off by Garbett Rowe, who goes round. Casey Trail with a nice deke. Katie Henry looking to come in, gets the shot away, but that one will be gathered in. And Jess will keep a hold of that, so we'll get a face-off in the Whitley zone. But Solihull looking particularly dangerous on the break here. They're doing well. They're soaking everything up defensively, not really giving Whitley anything. Only a shot from distance from the high slot, or well, on the point really, from Casey Trail. I think it was the first real meaningful shot on target. But so quick to counter. Of course, that's always a danger when you're on the power play. You want to commit as many players forward as possible and get yourself back in the game, but it obviously leaves you overly exposed, and with a fast skating side like this, you are likely to get picked off and punished. It's the nature of the beast, unfortunately, as that one is poked clear by Maddie Wright. McCourt regathers though. Savannah Sumner is the third line essentially, with Abby McCourt rotating in on this one. As well, I thought Kimberly Brainham was upended there. That probably looked more of a penalty than I've seen all game, but it's not been given. Bloom will chase this one into a corner. Painter will get there first. There's only a few seconds left on this Whitley power play. Whitley will carry it out. Brainham looking to get it to Sumner. That one's picked off by Shamini Jackson though, who is fresh out the box. Comes back to Painter, gets it clear, tip forward. Abby McCourt will give chase, but I don't think there's any chance of her catching that, as Burton will get there first, which she does. McCourt will hang high though. Brainham tries to get her stick in there. Painter off the boards, will come out the zone. Coulshaw couldn't get there before Bloom did. Just over 5 minutes to go in this second period. It's Whitley 0, Solihull 5. Picked off at centre ice by Abby Coulshaw. GB international, and always works well with Steph Towns. Always find her on her left wing. Bloom controlling the puck nice in her own zone, directing the play there, telling her defensive teammates what to do. Collected by Vicky Smith, who will send it into the corner. Ruby Newlands will chase after it. Steph Towns is high up as well. Coulshaw will get there, finds Towns. Got some space in the high slot, couldn't get a shot away. There's going to be a penalty again on Solihull. Hooking, I think, is the call this time with 4.5 minutes left. So Whitley with a third opportunity on the power play. And I think it is Paige Danson. No, it's Katie Henry, the number 6. Couldn't quite see the number there for a second. It's Katie Henry. Centres that second line. Towns at the boards to Danielle Turnbull. Looking to get it back to Coulshaw. Danielle, whose father Mitch set up the Whitley Bay Sharks rec team. So hockey very much in her blood as well. Oh, nice cut back there by Solihull. It could have easily have cannoned in off a skate and gone in the Whitley goal. Towns carries it in. Centres it nicely to Castlewood, who crashes it home. And Towns pointing to Becky there. It was a great combination between the two centres. Towns just trying to get it in that danger zone, and Becky Castlewood gambled on where Steph was going to send that puck and darted towards goal, and well, connected first time with that pass, and it was in the back of a net with a just stabbed at it really, and Whitley get the breakthrough and a goal which they more than deserve, because they've had a lot of play, as I said, in the Solihull zone, particularly in the first period. It's been a little bit tougher for them this second session, but as good as Solihull are and as good as the players they've got, a 5-goal margin wasn't fair on Whitley, I didn't think. Whitley have made it a contest, there's no doubt about that. We will get an icing call though on the home side. And so Whitley convert on their third power play. Paige Dance will take the draw against Becky Castlewood. It's with Solihull. Garbutt trying to get in behind Trail. It's been a wonderful battle between them all game, the two number 9s. They've Garbutt trying to get away there. And then the shot coming in from Dance once more. Trail couldn't get it away. Now Steph Towns will. She's going to carry it out though. Now she'll find Turnbull. But Sarah Hutchinson doing good work defensively, getting back, just using her tall frame there just to lean on Danielle Turnbull, just to use that height advantage. And got the puck back. Vixens looking to carry it out then deep from in their own zone. Sumner coming across. Good work there, but that's going to be called for holding, they're going to call it, yeah. I think it's probably the right call. I think Savannah had the right idea there, just trying to disrupt the play, and she certainly did that. Unfortunately, though, that officials are calling everything now, I think. And it means that this Solihull Vixens side have their first opportunity with a power play of the afternoon, with 2:44 left in this second period. Whitley 1, Solihull 5. Castlewood will clear that one. Ruby Newlands coming across. Doing good work though, just enough to force the last player back. I think it was Jodie Bloom who was playing on the point. In fact, it was. Bloom in acres of space here on the point, fires. That's hit Saffron Allen. Oh, and then it bounced just wide of a goal. Henry's open, looking for the pass. Saffron Allen sends it into the slot and it comes out cleared only as far as Bloom, who I think is... The shot took a bounce just in front of Jess Kinghorn. It's in the back of the net and it's now 6-1 Solihull. But you could see what Solihull were working there. Jodie Bloom was in far too much space at the far end of the zone in the slots, well, in the high slot or the point position. And got maybe a little bit of luck there with that bounce, but she put enough power on it and it was enough to send it in. Towns wins a draw. Whitley will have to check back as that's sent in towards goal, and that one's crept in. I don't know how. And I think Vicky Smith just going over to Jess Kinghorn there, just checking that things are okay. I don't know. I didn't see it cleanly enough at first time. I think it was just a speculative shot that come through, and it's wrong-footed the goalie and the defender. But Solihull have a 7th goal. Whitley will get it back with Becky Coulshaw, who's driving at the heart of his Solihull team. Gets the rebound back, but the puck just trickles wide of the goal. If it had just sat nicely through that slot position, she could have got a shot away. Towns will fire, forces a blocker save by Michelle Franklin. Good shot by Steph. Up along the left wing, and we'll get a stoppage on play because I think the puck was frozen along the boards. Minute 21 left in this second period, and they're going to make the goalie change now then. Megan Craig will come in. She came into a fray 3 weeks ago on Whitley's last home game against the Guildford Lightning, and well, kept a clean sheet in that a shutout in that third period. She's come in just before the end of this second period, so see what she can do here. Very highly regarded goalie, as of course Jess Kinghorn is as well, but she's faced a lot of shots early on, and it's tiring work out there as Bloom will get the shot away, and straight away catches the goalie Cole, goes 5-hole, and welcome to the game Megan Craig, as that's very unfortunate. Danielle Turnbull straight over to talk to her teammate there just for words of encouragement, and well, it's now 8-1. Abby McCourt gathers, sends a puck forward to Turnbull, looking to come into the zone. She'll get a second go at it. Puck just gets away from her. Bloom will flick it away. Definitely done with the back of her stick. Angela Kay tips it in. Burton will clear with a cross-ice pass. And good work by Casey Trail, who steals it off Jodie Bloom there. Trail racing up the right wing now. Can she get away? She'll wind one up. She will. Oh, and it comes off a goal frame. She's claiming it went in, though. Casey's claiming it. We'll have to see that one back. If I don't know if you saw it on the footage, and that one will be covered up by Megan Craig as it come through, but I didn't see it. I mean, it was such a quick release shot by Casey. I heard the clunk as it cannoned back off the pipes. I don't know what part of it that she hit. It was a rising shot, but it was a beautifully struck shot. But it all happened so quick. Casey was convinced it had gone in. She was claiming it. But unfortunately, if the officials didn't actually see it go in, they can't give it. I didn't see it go in. But it was a beautiful bit of play by Casey Trail. Abby Coulshaw up on the left wing, trying to get it clear, which she will just about do. We'll have to check back. Steph Towns will gather. Can't get it past Paige Dance, so she'll have to go again. 14 seconds left in the second period. Ruby Newland's trying to play it clear. Picked up by Abby Coulshaw, trying to carry it into the zone, but once again, Maddie Wright is there to pick that one off. Gathered by Garbett, who will carry it towards goal. The buzzer's gone, though, and that will do it for the second period. A period really where Solihull have extended their lead, and really everything's come together for them. It's six goals they scored in that second period, and they've looked good money for their lead, but been a bit harsh on Whitley at times, as they've played some good hockey at times as well. Welcome back to Hillheads then, as the Whitley Bay Beacons are currently losing 8-1, but that's not told the full story. Whitley have really shown some quality and class of their own at times, but this is a very good Solihull side, both offensively led by several GB internationals and a very strong defensive unit. A couple of announcements before we get play back underway then. Gary Sharp, who's really just a thank you from the girls to him for supporting the team. I know it's very much appreciated, and without his support I don't think Whitley could really do without it, so it's invaluable really. And also a thank you to G Sumner Properties, who very kindly sponsored this broadcast. So we are back underway then. Steph Towns wins it. Saffron Allen looking to capitalise on the loose puck, but Casey Trail looking to make some room. She'll look to try and get a pass away here. She does to Coulshaw. Fires. No, it was Steph Towns, in fact, who come in on that right wing position. But Whitley, straight from the off, looking to like they mean business, and shot coming through the crease. It's the sort of start we've seen from Solihull in both of the opening two periods. Saffron Allen looking to carry it out through in front of the legs, but behind the stick of Jodie Bloom, as Towns. That was an unfortunate collision, I think. Was it Towns? No, I think it's Ruby Newlands, number 27, in fact. It's a crunching challenge, and Jodie Bloom earned her first trip to the box this afternoon. When she has been on the ice, she's been a real danger to Whitley. So, not just a player advantage here on the power play, but probably good to get Jodie off the ice and a bit of respite as a shot comes through. Coulshaw will fire. Good kick save by the sprawling goalie there. Bit unorthodox, but she did enough. Michelle Franklin just to get it clear. It was a good opportunity for Whitley to get a second goal though. It's up along the boards. I think Turnbull gets it clear to Steph Towns. Casey Trail racing into the action now and will be on the point. She's open if I can get it to her. Saffron Allen though, sensing the danger, quickly close her down. Shot comes in. It was gloved away by Franklin. Comes down. Megan Craig will gather in. One of the 3 goals to come down from Kilmarnock to play for the Beacons. Off the boards, good clearance by Castner Wood, who's plays pretty deep on this power play unit. Carried in by Trail. Castner Wood was on hand to receive a pass, but Casey sticking with it for now. Tried the reverse pass, it was a bit short, but tipped forward by Becky all the same. Abby Coulshaw up along the boards now, trying to get it loose. As 2 players have gone down, but still with Whitley. Nets off. Turnbull will shoot, but official should have seen that a bit sooner really. Daniel Rees was staring right at it. He seemed to wait for a shot to come in first before blowing his whistle. That was a bit unfortunate really. 28 seconds left then on this Whitley power play. Forcing a good save out of Michelle Franklin early on and building some play, some pressure. Coulshaw. Casey Trail can't keep it in, and it will allow Paige Dance to get a breakaway here, one-on-one with Megan Craig, and she fires wide. Another fiercely driven shot, but just wide of that right post. Katie Henry with a cutback finds Paige Dance. Those two linking well together, the 2 centres of the Vixens side. Dance will keep it in. Casey Trail, it's picked off though at centre ice with Becky Castlewood caught in possession. Carried back in, looking for a passing option. It slipped back to Paige Dance. Shot comes in, but saved. Oh, and it's come back through behind Megan Craig, through her legs from behind, and back into play. That one's hit, I think, Danielle Turnbull on the hand. She was smarting a little bit there. And Whitley really throwing everything into these challenges. Becky Coulshaw upended as well. couldn't convert on the power play, but as I said, they had some chances. Maddie Wright, that one's charged down nicely by Kimberly Brainan, and then Garbett will turn, will attempt his spinorama, pads away, pad save. Almost off the knee, I think, of Megan Craig, but it worked, and Steph Towns will carry it forward. Past Maddie Wright, looking to cut inside, gets a shot away, forces a save off the goalie, back into play. Tried to shoot near side. Saffron Allen looking to break. There's a 2-on-1 break here, 3-on-1 break in fact, but good defensive work here by, I think it's Becky, no, it's Abby Coulshaw who's back there. On and a kick save again. Shamini Jackson almost thought she'd stab that one home. Kick save by Megan Craig, but it was a 3-on-1 break there. And now it's gone in. So in the end, the pressure told, but I really felt for Abby Coulshaw there, stranded at the back. First player to react, and had 3 of the Vixens players bearing down on it, and did well, stopped 2 or 3 of the first efforts that went in, but as the play cycled back round, pressure told, and the Vixens get a 9th goal. Whitley, of course, are going to be pushing for a goal themselves now. He wants to get something from it, of course, as Katie Henry winds up a nice shot from distance. Emma Painter trying to get it around the boards. We'll find Jenny Hare to begin with, but still with Solihull. Almost cushioned into towards goal there was Hannah Ware. She was almost down on one knee as she guided it towards goal. Savannah Sumner trying to shield the puck, but it'll be Solihull who'll come out with it. Whitley do enough to get it clear. Almost 5 minutes gone in this third period. Maddie Wright carrying it forward for a Vixens. As one of the players blows a time on the blue line. It'll be carried in by Jenny Hare. She's up high up the ice. Will dump it into a corner for Kimberly Brainan. She will. There's nobody there to support her. As Beacons are in the middle of a line change there. Claire carries it forward. Casey Trell will get it out. Ruby Newland's trying to kick the puck towards her stick, trying to get it under control, but Solihull quick to clamp down on her. Katie Henry barging her over as she won the puck back. Off the boards. Over to a far side. Vixens trying to play it out, which they will do. Steph Towns quick back there. I think it was Vicky Smith shouting advice there, just letting her know if there was a player closing down on her. Still with Steph Towns, brings it in, or couldn't get it round the Vixens defender there. I think it was Paige Dance, in fact, the centre, who was back helping out, as Megan Craig will gather that one in with a shot from Jodie Bloom. As we're almost at the 6-minute mark now. And Solihull using this opportunity to change goalies themselves, and it's going to be Scarlett Richardson who will come in, the number 1. Or I should say, where's the number 1? That was going to be a timeout by the looks of it as well. As that happened in amongst the goalie change. I would assume it was Whitley who called it. I didn't. Must admit, I didn't see the sign. And Megan Craig looks like she's got some problem with perhaps her net guard. She's asking Jess Kinghorn just to help her out. She's got lifted the sort of a hair up, and there's something under the shirt. I think it was a net guard. She's just asked Jess to reattach it for her while all that was going on. So, obviously, since we last saw the Whitley Bay women's team in action, they have announced that their official new name is going to be the Beacons. It makes a lot of sense for more than one reason. They have the Whitley Bay Lighthouse from St Mary's Island on their jerseys, on the logo, but a beacon, a guiding light, and well, we've certainly needed that with the storms that battered the area in the last couple of days. Castner Wood will gather. Hits the netting beyond her own goal. The netting's off. The net's off. They've just had to reattach it. Now the Beacons will chase. Turnbull looking to close down, but just about clears the zone, and poked clearance there by Kay, but Bloom's in on goal. Can she finish? She will. And she ended up going near side. I thought, to be honest, there was more sight of goal on the far side, but maybe just sent Megan Craig the wrong way there, cut back across. It was a beautiful finish, a clinical finish. And Jodie Bloom proving why she is such a high quality player and a GB international. Comes back out wide to Garbett on the right wing. She's in behind Casey Trell, gets a shot away and scores. And again, a lovely finish. Grace Garbett, who opened the score in here within the first minute or so of the contest, has found the net again. And they said it's been a game-long battle between the two number 9s, Grace Garbett for the Solihull Vixens and Casey Trell for Whitley Bay Beacons. And got in behind her and scored once again. It's, as I say, a fascinating battle between those two. And it was Whitley who called the timeout. Just confirmation of that. I can see on the scoreboard now. We'll get a retake on the puck drop though. I think Daniel Rees wasn't happy about something. And then coming through, it's Garbett who's open wide right. She's got Shamini Jackson there, but she'll go rink wide with a pass instead. Shot coming in from distance, comes off the outside of the post. High up on the left-hand post, just below the angle of post and bar. Kicked back in. I think it might even have been Maddie Wright who got that shot away. Sumner, good work offensively, just trying to force the puck handler to cough it up. Garbett will gather row in the neutral zone with Jenny Hare closing her down. She'll slip the pass out wide, gets a return pass and try to just flick that one into the corner. First time, it would have been a lovely goal if she converted. Casey will get it out wide to Kimberly Brainan. Casey Trell gets a give and go off the boards, gets behind the player, looking for a cut back. I think she hit the base of the goal frame, and the Vixens looking to counter. It's end-to-end stuff here now, as both teams really going through. It's opened up massively. I think Whitley have got nothing to lose but to go and get a couple of goals here, just to something to take away from the game, really. As I said, it's a harsh scoreline on them because they've not played bad at all by any means. On a lovely bit of play there by Coulshaw, who just dekes a player and then again gets a shot away, a low drive off the pads. Lovely stave by Scarlett Richardson though, who's looking alert and agile in the crease. Quick to get across our line as well from one post to the next, as it's going to be carried out by Hannah Ware, number 46. Slips it back to Dance, fires, it's hit Megan Craig high up in the chest I think, and back into play. Newlands will find Coulshaw. Sarah Hutchinson lost the puck. She thought she'd intercepted it, but Abby still had it and advanced forward. Stockdale couldn't quite get it past Ware, and she will carry it out once more. Carries it into the zone. Coulshaw will pick off the loose puck. She will maybe look to feed Steph Towns, who's gone with her. She will, but I think they just decided to dump it in and use the opportunity to complete a line change, which is what they've done now. 10:50 remaining in the game. It's Beacons 1, Vixens 11. Turnbull. She will look to set the play away here, driving through the heart of this Vixen side up on the left wing now, trying to get it around the defender. Right, stopped on the doorstep, but wasn't afraid to get stuck in there, and Becky Castlewood's quick to congratulate her. And we'll get a face-off to the left of the goal, but in the end it was good defensive work by Alana Clare. But Danielle Turnbull really shown the initiative just to try and force something home. Scored a great goal in the last home game here against Guildford. But, unable to keep it in the zone on that occasion, allows the Vixens to advance with Saffron Allen, who will cut in from the right wing. Finds Jodie Bloom, but it's caught up beyond the net. You can see the Whitley net moving slightly there. I think it's still just about attached. As Whitley will clear it. Less than 10 minutes to go now. Sarah Hutchinson will check back with Abby McCourt closing her down. Jodie Bloom now collecting for the Vixens, goes around Savannah Sumner, carries it into the zone with Angela Kay coming across. And then a lovely tic-tac-toe move there. We'll find Saffron Allen. Comes back to Katie Henry, who's tussling with Angela Kay there, in and around the crease. Angela doing a good work of trying to protect Megan Craig in that goal. Moving the Solihull players away from that danger area. Very good shift this by the Whitley captain, in fact, as it's swiped clear and forward. And Claire will gather for the Vixens off the left wing boards. Back to Claire as the Vixens are happy just to weave pretty patterns across the ice and go for long stretch passes, rink wide. Stockdale playing it forward, will be collected by Sumner, but Katie Henry will steal it and look to get away. Good poke check by Casey Trail, couldn't win it completely though. Kimberly Brainen gets in as well and the shot comes in. I think it come off the blocker perhaps there of Megan Craig. Casey Trail checks back, that's picked off though by Garbutt. Those two continue into battle well, and then they've collided, and Garbutt still trying to get control of it. She's getting back up onto her skates. No, she's tripped over Casey Trail there. Those two not afraid to back down at all, and well, there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on there in fact, so is it going to come out the zone? Yeah, it looks like the face-off's going to come out the Whitley zone. But yeah, it was a good battle there between the two number 9s. And I thought it was just going to boil over for a second there, but it didn't. And we're back underway. Rachel Stockdale doing well to get across. Hits Garbutt high up there. Thankfully she's got the face cage on though. And we will get another face. I think it was just crept offside there with 8 minutes left then in this third and final period. Steph Towns and Paige Dance go for the draw, and it will be Whitley who will come out with it. Vicky Smith will drop back. Got Angela Kay there with her, but she'll pick out Abby Coulshaw. Paige Dance with the cut back. Picked off by Ruby Newlands, and she will feed Steph Towns, who drives at the heart of his team. But again, stopped right on the doorstep of the blue line with a good challenge by Maddie Wright. Tool number 22. Wright and Claire, it's a very strong defensive partnership this for the Vixens. Whitley haven't had much change out of them all game. Claire fires one in. Might have just took a deflection off a Whitley stick on the way through. Newlands will gather right to the far side. That's going to trickle through the crease and into the corner. It gives Whitley a chance to dig this one out with Vicky Smith. Across to Angela Kay. Kay slips it forward. That's picked off by Katie Henry though. Henry gets a shot away, and I think it took a flick off the outside of the pads of Megan Craig and the post. Only just the matter of millimetres away from creeping into a goal for their 12th of the afternoon. Out wide on the left wing, it's Hannah Ware, part of the third line. It hasn't had a lot of ice time. I don't suppose they've needed to, but they have got Hannah Ware and Billy Thacker, who have been out there as a third player. Anna Doherty, who I don't think has seen any action this afternoon so far. Ware, it's Turnbull sticking with her, doing some good work off the puck. Emma Painter sends it around the boards, but it was only be as far as Sarah Hutchinson. She can't control it though, and it allows the fast skating Abby McCourt to almost steal away there, but Saffron Allen was wise to it, stole it back, kick save off the pads, comes out to Henry again, tried to creep it in on the near side, but it will be gathered once again by Daniel Turnbull, who sensibly just carries it forward, plays it out, and Abby McCourt will give chase. Somebody shouted ice, but it was I don't think the puck was going to travel that far for it to have been called. It was a reasonable attempt at a pass anyway, I think, with McCourt closing down. Trail looking to get a break on, but the Vixens again trying to keep it clear. And then Castner Wood, deeks past Hutchison, gets a shot away and forces Scarlett Richardson into a save. The relief goaltender who's come on in this midway through the third period, well, partway through the third period, I should say. And it's going to be Clare who gathers for the Vixens, trying to find Garbett, who was looking to break. It was Dance, I think, who got caught in possession, but the Vixens will go again. Dance once more, who carries it out, and it's almost a 3-on-3 break there. It'll flash through the crease and away. Dance will gather, looking for attempted wraparound, but Megan Craig has that near post covered, and then the shot coming in from distance will go into the far side. Garbett fires. I think it deflected away by Emma Painter's stick. Abby McCourt looking to get a break on, but just tipped in. Vicky Smith will go again and then sends Turnbull away. It was a lovely pass by Abby McCourt as she headed back to the bench. Shamini Jackson runs into Savannah Sumner there. And Whitley trying to get a goal here with 4.5 minutes left. They just want to get something else from the game, I think, as you could understand. Casey Trail will drop back off the boards, and then Casey will collect her own rebound, goes around Sarah Hutchinson like she wasn't there. There's another surging run by the young GB international. Trail, nicely done, forehand to backhand, and takes Shamini Jackson out the game almost with that bit of skill. Hutchinson tangled up along the far side with Jenny Hare. Hutchinson gets clear though. She'll look to get a break on, but it's 3 against 2 in Whitley's favour. It'll find Garbett. She's gone over though. This time Casey Trail winning the battle of those two. Coulshaw picks up the loose puck, but I think Savannah Sumner was just coming back from an offside position, so they had to leave it. And then it's played forward to Katie Henry, who will flick it nicely to Saffron Allen. Allen trying to creep in on the left-hand side, but, or is it? No, it's Ware, sorry, Hannah Ware, the number 46, who's getting some ice time late on in this game. Nice pass by Steph Towns to pick out Abby Coulshaw, who's on the right wing. Coulshaw couldn't get it round Maddie Wright, though. Good defending once again by the tall number 22. Ruby Newlands battling away, just trying to get it clear from Alana Clare. Rachel Stockdale even trying to get it forward. As it's carried forward now by Katie Henry for the Vixens at the other end. Newlands trying to take it off her. Shamini Jackson on the left wing. She can't control, allows Whitley to clear, with Ruby Newlands chasing down. Abby Coulshaw as well, still out on this left wing. She was trying to force Solihull into a mistake there as Katie Henry gets a shot away, but Megan Craig will hold on with 2:24 remaining. We will get a face-off to the left-hand side of Megan Craig's goal. Paige Dance will take the draw for Solihull. And it's Castner Wood who wins it for Whitley. Finds Vicky Smith, who then in turn finds Turnbull and slips it forward to Castner Wood, who will drive through the centre. Abby McCourt just checking her movement in so she wasn't offside. Shot comes in, it's going to be gathered in, and I think Turnbull was hoping for a rebound just to crash that one home on the doorstep, but it was held on in the end by Scarlett Richardson quite well, with just over 2 minutes remaining in what is becoming increasingly much colder hillheads this afternoon. It's it's always cold here, they say, but I don't normally feel it, I must admit, but today I am. The Saffron Allen carries it forward. Jodie Bloom was looking to try and pick up the loose puck, but the whistle had already gone for offside, and we'll get it out the zone. So Castner Wood will look to take the draw against Paige Dance. Puck's drop, we're back underway. Turnbull battling with Saffron Allen here just to try and work some space for her to control the puck. Casey Trail will slip it out wide to Abby McCourt, who will carry it in, gets a shot away. That's going to be gloved but dropped. Richardson couldn't hold it. McCourt was chasing in to try and crash home her own rebound, but it will be covered up. But it's good play by Abby McCourt, that, because it's forced Whitley to, well, won Whitley, I should say, a face-off in the Solihull zone, high up the ice, which is exactly where they want it. Castner Wood just about won it, but it wasn't a clean win, and allows Jodie Bloom just to ease the puck out. Casey Trail flicks it forward to Turnbull. She'll gather, nice turn as Castner Wood's cleaned out. Shot coming in from Turnbull, just flashes away from the goal, but it was a clever play. Casey Trail will check back with Jodie Bloom closing in on her. Good work that by Trail. Goes rink wide with a pass, allows Castner Wood to chase after it. Just over a minute remaining. Katie Henry on the left wing. She will gather around the boards. Jenny Hare, who's high up from the back now, helping to lead the attack. With Kimberly Brainan as well, who's sort of tied up along the boards there. So Hare stepping in to help her. Casey Trail, she just thought she cleared it, but then balance was on the wrong foot at that point, allows Katie Henry in to get the shot away. But Megan Craig made the first save, and then the follow-up was away. Casey looking to try and bring it out now with Jodie Bloom closing her down. Angela Kay digs it out the corner to Kimberly Brainan, who I don't think actually got through to. I think it was stripped away before by the Vixens with 18 seconds left. Shamini Jackson is leading here to help Henry, and then the shot comes in on the left wing. Then the follow-up shot, but two good saves by Megan Craig with less than 7 seconds left in this contest. But I thought it looked a very good line change that by the Vixens. Katie Henry leading the rush. I think it was Grace Garbett who had the shot, but Shamini Jackson looked in a good position as well. She had a bit of space, but good double stop by Megan Craig. But again, the poke clearance by Craig gets it away. Emma Painter there just trying to foil one last attack. The buzzer's gone, and it's been a difficult scoreline for the Beacons. But as we said, it's they played well and they deserved more than what they've got this afternoon. But you've got to give this Solihull Vixens side a lot of credit. They're led by several GB internationals, particularly at forward, and they're devastating at times when they get their shots away. As we saw, Jodie Bloom was absolutely outstanding. I think she's got to be in consideration for player of the game. I also think Grace Garbett as well, who opened the scoring, has looked good and lively throughout, and really her battle with her opposite number, Casey Trail, that was really one of the main plot lines in this game this afternoon. Defensively, though, the Vixens were so strong, and that the Beacons haven't played well this afternoon, because they have. It was just that you've got to applaud this Vixen side for being so strong defensively. We will stay around on air to see who gets player of the game. As going through the post-game handshakes. I believe this is the last game this year, home game this year, for the winter break, the Christmas break, so might be worth checking that out in case I've got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure we don't get another home game until the new year now. As I said, it is a tough baptism for the Beacon side, taking on teams of this quality, but it's what it's all about. It's a learning curve, and first season playing in the Elite League level, it's only going to be good experience for the Beacons. And you know, there's enough quality players in this side who of course have played or are continuing to play for GB, so it's just when the likes of Solihull have about half a dozen of them, it's always going to be a tough form of opposition. So we again waited on air. As said before, different set of officials to what we were expecting today. I do wish Lisa Calvert all the best. I hope she feels better soon. She was meant to be here this afternoon, I understand. And anyone listening at home, I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. If you want to get a second fix of hockey, we will be on air through Warriors Radio this evening when the Warriors take on the Sheffield Scimitars. And it's number 10, Jodie Bloom, who gets the player of the match, I should say, for the Vixens. No surprise there. She's been absolutely outstanding and fully well deserved. Ruby Newlands gets player of the match for Whitley then, and again she's tooled very well on that top line. I think we'll be seeing her on there a lot more. It's the thing is, you know what you're getting with Ruby and Abby McCourt. They're both very good, clever players, and you can put them on either of those two lines and you'll get something from them. And I think they're probably well deserved choice for player of the game there. And we congratulate the Solihull Vixens and wish them a very safe journey back down to Birmingham. It's been an outstanding performance, and always a joy to see when you've got quality players out on the ice. So a reminder then, Whitley Warriors in action this evening. You can listen to that on Warriors Radio from 5 o'clock. There won't be any GB internationals on show, unfortunately, but if you want that second fix of hockey, please do tune in for that one as they take on the Sheffield Scimitars.